So let's go ahead and let's go look at my achievements. So some months I see noticeable changes in my body on the scale or my measurements or in the way that my clothes fit. And that is honestly all the motivation I need to keep going and keep doing the difficult work of this process. However, there are some months when my body is not changing as rapidly or at all. And that is par for the course. I want you to understand that right now so that you're not setting yourself up for disappointment. We talk a lot about this in the program, but progress is not always linear. And you can think of it as, um, comparable to anything else that's really important in your life. Like, for example, think of your most valuable relationship right now. Okay, now think about something, whether it's your career or an artistic passion, something that you've created or built over time that you're really proud of. Okay, so thinking about those two things, did those both progress along perfectly linear lines? I can guarantee you the answer is no. So building your dream body is no different. There's gonna be times when you see the progress and you feel motivated. There's gonna be times when you feel like you're in self-doubt and you're not sure if it's all worth it. And that's when stepping away from being so hyper-focused on the photos and the measurements can really be helpful. Because, for example, I can see that I did 56 push-ups in 1 minute. It doesn't say it there, but I know that I had to do them all within 1 minute. Like, that is incredible. A year and a half ago, I know I could not have done that. So I can see that, for example, over the course of the workout that I did on the 7th of March, I can see that cumulatively I lifted 10 reps on barbell shrugs for 205 pounds, and that was the heaviest that I had ever gone. So that's really exciting. Similarly, we see that I was making good progress with my calf machine, with my barbell lunges, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And you can see how frequently, every time you hit a personal best, it helps you celebrate it. So this is a really incredible way to stay motivated. And so there are guidelines laid out in my lessons through the videos and the notes that I give you on what your target goal should be, whether your goal is to gain muscle or lose fat, based on your activity level for fiber, for carbs, for fat, for protein. So everyone is taken care of in this case. It's just a question of how fine-tuned and specific do you want that recommendation to be for you. All right, so as you can see, I haven't filled in anything yet today, so it still has my full numbers listed here. But let's go back to yesterday, and we can see that I got really close to hitting all my goals. I was barely over, barely under, barely over, which is beautiful. That's basically a perfect day right there. And you can add in food really easily that you've already eaten in the past just by selecting multi-add. So this is also a cool feature here, now to pivot if you're into this kind of stuff, to look at the big picture. So this is my day view, but now let's look at my week view. So if I'm looking at my last week, I can see that my protein has been really good. My carbohydrates have been near perfect. That counts as perfect. Fiber really high. This is important, you guys. We talk about this at length in Dream Body School as we do all of these. And right here, I can see that my fat has actually been 10 grams under on average per day, which is not a small amount. I actually need to start paying attention to that a little bit more. So that's really good for me to look at this periodically. Similarly for you, I'd like you to be watching this as you go. And again, if you elect to get the additional help from me, I'll be able to see this information. Keep in mind that as you upload your photos and your measurements every 6 weeks as directed in the Dream Body School curriculum and on your calendar, I'll be able to see all that data.